Hello guys, how you doing? How you doing? It's a boy Mason, and we're back once again. And obviously, for anybody that does not know this is a YouTube channel, and it's called the Motivational Channel. And over here, we try to educate, enlighten people. We try like to be a little bit more informative and a little bit more motivational and inspirational. Okay, that's what this channel is all about. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to talk about something that is a bit closer to home, is a bit closer to my heart. And the topic or the subject that we're going to be talking about today is Africa. Where have we gone wrong? I mean, what's wrong with Africans? I mean, what? Let's discuss this thing. Let's discuss Africa. Basically, we're just going to call this video and let's discuss Africa. Okay. There's a lot of things. Obviously, if you're going to be talking about Africa, there's a lot of things that really comes to mind. And one of the obviously the obvious thing is that the thing that is that you can see every day, the thing that you hear about every day, obviously on the news, in the newspapers, you can hear it online on the internet, and that's the thing of Africans being in poverty and Africans always emigrating for looking for better opportunities of going uh, to the greener pastures in and most often and that will be in European countries. And in Africa there's about 54 countries and most of them are pretty much in the same situation apart from one or two or three countries, for example, like right up north, there are a few countries that are doing very well for themselves. Okay, but really, for the majority, a lot of Africans are in the same situation. So we're going to be asking ourselves, what is it that we have to do, and why are we always like the continent that is always struggling? I mean, we can't really blame on colonization because there are some other countries in the world that have been colonized, but after a few years, a few decades or so, they revived their community, they revived their economy, they revived their social status. They even reintroduced their traditional values and culture. Case in point, as I don't know, Philippines, Singapore, um, Japan, India, all of these countries have been colonized, but you know what? They bounce back. What is it with us Africans that we seem to be always in the same position? What is it with Africans that we never seem to get the progress that we really desire? So that's the thing that really we want to talk about. And I don't know. There is so many things at factor here that we need to consider. Like, why is it that our economy is stagnant? Our political system is in shambles. Our social structure is non-existent. What is it? What is the core factor? Core factor that really is the main catalyst of the problems? Is it because we lack education? Is it because we haven't got the will and the drive to push our economy and our social structure forward? Is it because we do not understand politics? Is it because we inherited some systems, form of political government systems that is not ideal for the African culture and tradition? Is it because we might think we are very educated, or is it because we are actually miseducated? Is it because of, I don't know, is it because of religion? Because we've been indoctrinated with the foreign religions and our tradition and culture had been paganized and been chucked at the back and been told that it's all demons and pagans and never to follow it. And a lot of people have actually adhered to that. Is it because we have rejected our culture and the religion? Well, not a religion, because in Africa, obviously, we haven't got religion. But is it because we have rejected our tradition and culture of our ancestors? Is it because we never doing our rituals no more? Like I said, it does not matter where you go, whether in Cairo or to Cape Town, whether in Zimbabwe, in Harare, Lilongwe, whether you are in Lagos or Nairobi, it's the same narrative or the continent over. So, what is it that makes the African the only problem that can be solved? Is it because we are always oppressed? We are an oppressed generation, an oppressed continent. I know that we've been colonized before, and I know that we've been enslaved before, but we got granted freedom, didn't we? We got granted slavery was abolished, and African countries have been given independence after colonization, imperialism. So why are we still in the same position? Or do we have to ask ourselves the same question? Are we really free? Did we really get freedom from slavery? Did we really get independence from colonization and imperialism? Is an African child really, really educated? And what kind of education is it? And why is it our tradition and culture had been paganized and demonized, and we have been indoctrinated into a foreign form of thinking and a foreign form of religions? And we never seem to question that. And why is it that all our political leaders, it does not matter where you are, whether in Zimbabwe, whether in Malawi, whether in Tanzania, whether in South Africa, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are in Kenya, whether you are in Uganda, every single politician is corrupt. And every single politician is almost tyrannical. Why is it that we never raise children or politicians who really have got their people at heart, who really serve the interests of the people? Why is it that we never get that opportunity? I mean, the closest we had before was the likes of Kwame Nkrumah and Nelson Mandela. You can probably say that. But really, the rest of them, not only do they want to hold on to power, but they do not even want to improve their people. They just want to line their pockets. Are we a doomed nation? Are we a doomed race of people? And if we are, what is it that we have done? And what is the price for us to pay to get a proper freedom? Because, like I said, we have been enslaved. When every single person think of slavery, they think of Africans. When every single person think of colonization, imperialism, they think of Africans. When every single person think of third world countries, they think of Africans. When every single person is thinking of tyranny, wars, corruption, bribery, diseases, poverty, they think of Africans. There's always this ideation or ideology that says we need to save the African child. But where did this narrative came from, and when is that going to end? We are a nation of very intellectual. Myself, I consider myself an intellectual. But why I'm at the minute I am in the UK, I am not in my country of origin, which is Zimbabwe. Why is that? Why is that our economic system is non-existent? And every single person who's got the opportunity to change it all around, to turn it all around, they never do. Are we really a cursed nation, a cursed race? And if we are so cursed, what is it that we have done in the past for us to, what do we have to pay for us to get this freedom? So this is the African question that I want to ask. And all you intellectuals, all you people that you've been to colleges, you've got your PhDs, master's degrees, and everything. Why is it that you are not sorting out this African problem? This is an ongoing thing. Yeah, it's been ongoing for quite a long time. But why is it that we never come to get solution, and we never come to the bottom of things? Do you know what I'm saying? So this is the African question that I want to ask, and I'm just gonna leave it to you. I'm just gonna leave it to you. All the people that seem to have answers, or all those people that you are educated and all that, we want to ask. We want to find out the proper solution to this African problem. I mean, I can't solve it by myself. That's why I'm coming and presenting it to you. Hopefully, some other people might have answers. We can carry on living like this. Our ancestors have been subjugated to slavery. Our ancestors have been subjugated to colonization, imperialism, but we are still suffering the same. We're still not free. There's so many people that risk their lives to they will be swimming, they come illegally to Europe, and they'll be risking their lives simply because they want to have greener pastures. They want to try to save themselves and try to feed their families and their children. But why is it that our situation never changed? I mean, in Europe, had to go through the Enlightenment period. Europe had to go through the Renaissance. Europe had to go through the Industrial Revolution. But where is our revolution? Where is the African Revolution? Where is the African Industrial Revolution? Where is the African Renaissance? Where is the African Enlightenment period? We seem to be stuck in the same position as our ancestors was. Are we dealing with something major and something big that is actually cast us to the grave? Are we dealing with something that just don't want to see us progress? And if there is some powerful force or forces that just want to subjugate us into internal, continuous, perpetual slavery, what is it that we have done that we deserve to have this? Our banking system is shambles. Political system is shambles. Economic situation is in shambles. But yet in Africa, we've got everything that you can think of. We've got diamonds, we've got gold, we've got everything that you can think of. We've got the land, we've got the weather, we've got everything that you can think of. Most European countries, they rely so much on African products, African natural resources. But why is it that we are not benefiting from it? And why is it that we are actually sitting on a gold mine, but yet we do not know how to extract the gold and use the gold to our own advantage? How come we've got the land, but we still do not know how to tilt that land commercially? We've got everything. We've got the gold, we've got the minerals, we've got everything that we can think of, but yet we're still in the same position. I do not understand. So here is the question. This is the African problem, the African question. So I just want to appeal to every single person who might have the answers. I know there's some people that have been talking about Africa probably needs some kind of like a confederation where all African countries can come together and have like a United States of Africa. Is that the solution? Because that's what Marcus Garvey suggested. That's what Kwame Nkrumah was going to champion. Is that the trajectory that we should be taking? Because I know that we've got artificial borders that have been placed there by the imperialists and the colonialists. So is the answer to break the barriers, the borders, and the boundaries? Is that the answer? Are we a broken family that has just been divided and we just do not know how to do or what to do? Are we a race that has lost their soul? Is it because of religion? Because right now, I mean, the religion of, I mean, there's so many foreign Western religions that are practiced in Africa. But you know what? The people that gave us the religion don't even care about it. So is it because we just haven't got a clue, or is it because we are a lost nation? We are a lost generation. And if we are a lost generation, what is it that we have to do to come back to our senses? Is it because our ancestors are not happy with us? Is it because our we have stopped doing our rituals, our traditions and culture? Is it because we have gone so far away from our roots that we do not even know how to get back to where we came from? Is it because we have lost our identity? Or is it because that we just do not care? I mean, this is something that really needs to be resolved, because my generation is still the same, suffering the same way as my ancestors did. Because I know there was slavery, I know there was colonialism and imperialism and everything. But tell me, how am I free if I am in a foreign country and I'm not even in my country of origin? I'm not even sitting on my land. I'm not even sitting at my house. How is that freedom? And you know what? I've got a son, and he's going to be doing the same thing. He's going to be sitting here in a foreign land, and he was actually born in this country. Who is going to rebuild our countries? Who is going to take that first step? Who is going to be the first president or the first leader of Africa who's going to say, you know what, I'm going to put my people's interests first. I'm going to cut off all corruption and bribery. I'm going to cut off all bad deals. I'm going to cut off all inferiority complex, and I'm going to be I'm going to rebuild my country again. Who is it that's going to do that? Where is the spirit of the Egyptians? I mean, in Africa, we built the Egyptians. Our forefathers built the Egyptians, and not even a single civilization has ever copied or even got even closer to the technological advancement and civilization of the Egyptians. I mean, the Greeks tried it, but they failed. The Romans tried it, they failed. Even the Western world right now, because right now we're living under Western civilization, but what is it that they've done that is even compared to the Egyptians? We're still learning from the knowledge of everything from the Egyptians. The Egyptians gave us astronomy, gave us astrology, gave us science, gave us medicine, gave us mathematics, gave us a geometry, gave us philosophy, it gave us every single subject you can think of: chemistry, physics, everything. So if our forefathers, our ancestors, used to be the most civilized people of all human existence, what happened to us? Is there a certain power that just want to suppress us? Are we dealing with something even major and bigger that is even bigger than us, that it just want to see us suffering forever? Are we a cursed people? And if it is, why is that? Is there some kind of a tug of war of the gods or something that just want to see us keep on suffering? I do not understand that. In my country, where I'm Zimbabwe, we've got something called the Great Enclosure, or a house built of stones, or the Great Zimbabwe. And this thing was built by my ancestors, and it's an architectural phenomenon, an astronomy phenomenon, because everything is aligned to the heavens, to Orion's belt. So these people, my ancestors who built Great Zimbabwe, they understood astronomy. They understood the cosmos. So we are talking about a very advanced civilization, but we are the byproducts of this great civilization. But look at us. What happened to us? Why are we in this situation? Why can't we get back to our greatness? So this is my question, my people. This is my African question. And hopefully we're going to get to the bottom of it. And hopefully we're going to get some answers. Because we can carry on doing this. We can carry on being the third world country. We can carry on just depending on handouts. We can just carry on depending on sympathy and well wishes. We need to stand on our 2 feet. We need to be the Africa that used to be massive, that used to be the greatest civilizations. We gave everything to the whole world. There's, I mean, if you read every single history book, it tells you all civilization or mankind originated from Africa. So if mankind and civilization originated from Africa, we should be the greatest people on earth. We should be the greatest people on earth. But we are not. Why is that? Are we dealing with something even bigger and major that just want to see us suppressed? Want to see us right at the bottom? And if so, why? What is it that they want from us? Or what is it that we do have that they are very, very fond of? Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.